All right, so let's try and finish this up. Let's do what we can do. So I've got my reference here, and all I have to do is take those bits that I've created and rotate them. One thing I forgot to do in the last video is take this slide here and add one over here. So let's do that now. So I just want to be very careful in what I'm selecting. I'm going to select my triangle, my little slider here as I hold down the shift key and select things. My circle, I can control deduplicate, and it looks like I'm only getting the things I want, which is good. Let's see, how far away is it? So the circle should end on the, not the corner, not the first, but the second one. So I can line that up here. Zoom in a little bit, make sure it's nice and even. Hold down the shift key and bump it a little bit with my arrows. Let's see how far it goes. So circle is 1, 2, 3, 4, and triangle ends up in the 5th. So circle 1, 2, 3. Is that right? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I can just extend. This is probably not going to work. Nope, because it stretches out my circle too. So just deselect. Select my rectangle and my triangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can just use the arrows to bump these. Deselect all of those. Press my slide and then just extend this here. And it looks like I went a little too far. So let's bring this back so slightly so that way we can get the E out from behind that circle. All right, now I think we're ready to do some rotating. So let's zoom out. Let us select all the things we need. So I need this, so I can draw a little area around here. I need that arrow, I need that line. Everything in here that this area touches, I get. It's very Lion King in that way. Now we have this, and we want to select more because we don't have everything. So let's zoom in a little bit, Control-Alt+, scroll up, scroll to the left, and I can hold my shift key and get these unique objects. So click here. If I accidentally get a square, that's okay. So click my square. I can just select that again, and it will deselect. So now I have my square. Now I don't. Same thing with the other ones too. So I want to get my triangle. I want to get my rectangle. I want to get my circle. I don't know if I got this arrow or not. Nope, got the arrow. There it is. I'm pretty sure I got this arrow too. And I'm going to let go of my shift key. Everything is still selected that I've picked. Oh, I forgot my diamond. So hold down the shift key again, press that. Yeah, it'll be very frustrating if you forget about holding down the shift key. So now I'm going to let it go. I have all this stuff. Slide on over. I'm going to hold down shift again, get my triangle, my rectangle, my circle. I think we're ready. I can zoom out, Control-Alt-, Control-Alt-. Looks like I've got a pretty good area. So now, very carefully, I will Control-D for duplicate. Boom. I can drag this all as one big object. Looks like I got everything I needed. I'm going to right-click or two-finger click on an object. I can't just do it in here. If these 4 arrows come up, that's good. But also, yeah, so you may want to do this all the way away from your board, because if you accidentally click away, it's a lot easier to just select this new area to do that. So I'm going to two-finger click or right-click. Rotate clockwise, so from left to right. And if I'm correct, all of this should line up over the next batch of stuff. Bump it with my arrows a bit. It's a little too far, so shift, bump. Just line everything up real nice. It's pretty good. These squares don't necessarily line up, but you know, it's our first try. We did pretty good. And so what do? We just covered yellow, so I'm going to pick this star, hold down my shift key and get these squares that are all blue. This square is blue, this one's blue. Basically anything that's blue I can select. Not that line though. I want the arrow, not the line. Same thing over here. And I can take my paint bucket and I will do like a nice soft yellow. And if I missed one, that's cool. I can just get this triangle, get that soft yellow. Oh, those are two different color yellows, aren't they? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. And with this one, I only went down 2, I think. 1, 2, yeah, 3. Let's do the same thing with our slider here. 1, 2, 3. There we go. We did it. How cool. Now, we're going to do the same thing again, but to save yourself a little bit of time, instead of duplicating all of these things once and then changing the color, you may want to duplicate it twice and then change the colors after you get everything else. So I'm going to get this circle, get that rectangle, the diamond back there, get my arrow. Yeah, looks like I got everything here, that's fine. Get this arrow, get this line. Yep. Looks like I got everything I need. Control D to duplicate. Oops. Control Z, I'm going to go backwards because I forgot to get this. 1, 2, 3. Duplicate. And whatever works faster for you, I'm just going to do a quick rotate here. 90 degrees. Good. Put that there. I'm going to zoom in and line it up properly. Hold down the shift key and move some things around. Line it up with that square. That makes me happy. Yep, that's good. Zoom out again. Control D. Do another 90-degree spin. Boom. And we are going to line it up with the red stuff. Move, 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 move. Shift to finally edit these things. And I think we're good. I'm going to go back up here to my other yellow one. I kind of want to put these where they're supposed to go. I'm going to shift, 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 shift. I must have made a mistake when I extended these squares, but now I'm more concerned with my board lining up with itself than I am with the background. That's fine. I feel good about this. Maybe I can bump this down a little bit. That's fine with me. And so I forgot which colors are which now. So yellow's up here, then we have green and red. So let's do the same thing we did before. Green along the bottom, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm holding shift, by the way, to select multiple things. Shift, 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 click. Oop, I don't want that line. I want the arrow, not the line. Good. I want this back here. We're going to change this to a nice green. Good. Same thing here. 1 and 2 and 3. Nice soft green. Hopefully it's the same color. Nope, it's slightly darker. Good. And then the last one's going to be red. Oops, I forgot to get my diamond back here. I think that's the same color. Yeah, it looks like it. Last one's going to be red. Let's get these. Get my arrow, get my circles, then get my inner squares here, my 6-point star, and then my last slide. Nice shade of red. Yep. And that is pretty much it for the outer pieces. Now we can do a couple of easy sorry banners here. If we go to shapes, I think it's under callouts. Do I have my, yep, it's, so one more time for callouts, it should be this bottom left one. If I select that, I can make myself a little sorry banner. It's not, it doesn't line up perfectly, but it's close. So I'm going to align this in the center. Control-Shift-E is a quick way to line up center. Sorry. I'm going to make my font uniform. I like Brie Serif. Let's push it to the limit. How far can I push this until it gets too big? Wow, this is really letting me go. Alright, well, I'm actually fine with this, so let's go with sorry. Control-D to duplicate. Move it down here. Oops, wrong one. Move this down. Flip it around. 180. There we go. And it'll probably line up with the other object if I move it around. Maybe. Oh, almost. I saw it. Oh, well, that's okay. I'm going to zoom out then. I can take this object, shift-click this object, two-finger click, align horizontally in the center, and now they're lined up with each other. That's really what I'm going for. And let's get some squares. Unfortunately, we don't have any squares that look like the place pack face down here, but we do have some regular squares. The closest thing you'll get is maybe this, the pie. Yeah, that's about as close as we'll get. So let's recreate what it says in there. Place pack face down here. I can center all of this text, Control-Shift-E. I'm going to make it all that same font. And I can actually have different fonts inside of here. So if I highlight that and I change this to 25, too big, 22. Okay, that's about as big as it's going to go. Actually, I should probably size it up. That might be a smart thing to do. Create that size, then I can move it over here. Change the dimensions to where it ought to be. And then I can actually probably make it even bigger. Nope. Oh, Mr. Mitz, you were wrong. Place pack face down here. And I can do the same thing. I can, first let me just adjust that ever so slightly. That works. Control D, flip it around another 180 degrees, or 270 if you're keeping track at home. 90 plus 90 plus 90 is 270. We're going to bump this into place. I can't remember what the text says. Let's go back to our reference. Discard face up here. Discard face up here. Ta-da, we did it. Now, we're done, pretty much. Let's zoom out. Let's go to our background button and hit reset. And our board is gone, but we have a fully functioning board. Now, what you can do is you can go find yourself an image in Google that is perfectly square. Doesn't matter if it's 900 by 900 or 1000 by 1000, as long as the dimensions match, and we can create our own sorry background. So I'm going to do that now. Let's go ahead and search Google for, I don't know, cool background. I'm going to go to Images, and then go to Tools. I'm going to go to Size. Let's see, can I get an exactly any size? No, I want large, but I need something here. There used to be a feature where I could actually specify the exact pixels, but I guess I can't. Bummer. All right, so cool background. Let's go square. Then I'll go to Tools, Size, Large. Pick a cool background, or if you have a thing that you like, pick it. So this one is 1300 by 1300, which I like. I want it to be the same wide as it is tall, so I'm going to click that. I'm going to do my two-finger click. Copy image address. That's very important. Not save image, not copy image address. And then this is going to stick to your imaginary clipboard, waiting to be pasted. I'm going to go back to Sorry Game Board, back to background. Choose image by URL. I'm going to paste it because I want it to end in JPEG, and this is the background I want. So when I select it, ta-da, now my Sorry Game Board looks super cool. And we did it. This is your Sorry Game Board. Turned it in. I'll probably spring for some color ink so we can print these out. Maybe sign your name somewhere cool in some cool font, and we can know that it's yours. Take it home, show your parents that you did something cool in class. And that is our project. Congratulations.